Good evening, traders. Zach here from the Trading Network. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Wednesday, January 27th, and I've got another daily market profile recap for you. So let us get started with our key levels for today, the 27th, starting with the 38.53 level. So going over to our profile here, first level I was looking at was that 38.53 level. That was the overnight high. Second level was the overnight point of control, which was 38.38, 38.38.25 to be precise, right here. And the third level was 38.21.50, which was the overnight low from the session from January 25th into January 26th. Again, the Globex session or the overnight session. And the fourth key level I was looking at was that 37.91 level, which was the overnight low. Now you can see that we got quite a ways lower than that, and we will see what my thoughts were this morning. It's interesting because the last few profiles we've actually had the lower probability play happen, and it happens sometimes. You know, we can still get high probability trade opportunity knowing that we have if-then scenarios. You know, we have, based on the profile open, you know, we know that because we open outside of range and value, we're likely to A, have a trending day, and B, we're likely to fade the overnight to the upside if we do not continue the gap quickly on open, which we did indeed. So we had a gap and go today, and that's something that is important to look out for when we have a profile type where we're opening significantly above or significantly below the previous session's range and value area. So let's dig into the summary here. Summary says that overnight inventory was net short, and if I pull up my levels here, you can see that overnight inventory was indeed mostly below the settlement price from the previous session, which is how we determine the overnight inventory. So you can see right here, after turning my levels on, we have settlement and prior initial balance low lining up right next to each other. That's why they're kind of jumbled up there when I zoom out. But that's settlement and prior initial balance low. You can see that right here. And then you can see obviously that the overnight session is majority below that settlement price. So what that means is when we have a gap between the two regular trading hours profiles, typically, again, the highest probability play is for New York session to fade the overnight. So if we have a sell-off in the overnight, the higher probability play is for New York to buy it back up. However, if we have a strong push down and we open up with a gap, and we get essentially immediate selling or buying pressure, in this case selling pressure, in the direction of the gap, that actually increases the likelihood that we are going to continue trading in the direction of that gap, in the direction of the overnight price action, and we will not fade the overnight. So keep that in mind. It's called the gap and go. Again, if we open with a gap up or down and we do not move in the opposite direction to fill that gap quickly upon open, then we are actually more likely to continue that trending price action in the direction of the overnight. Keep that in mind once again. So getting back to the summary, overnight inventory was net short, which again means that majority of price action was below settlement price. We were looking to open below range and value, and as we've discussed, when we open outside of range and value, this means that there's one, a higher probability of trending price action, and two, based on this, we were looking to see the overnight inventory get faded to the opposite direction, which did not happen today. We got the lower probability play, which was the gap and go. So I was looking at the 37.91 level as my line in the sand. My thought process was if we could not move and hold above that level, then we were very likely going to see lower profile levels. We had naked points of control that you see got filled, both got filled today, and that was, or those were major areas of interest for me on the downside. So I was going to be looking to take long opportunity back towards the value area low from the 25th, which was this 38.14 level, or if we could not hold above that 37.91, I was looking for move to these naked POCs and ultimately lower, which is what we got. So you can see I said if we could not hold above the overnight low, I was going to look for shorts down to the 37.8350 level, naked POC from January 19th, and we'll watch for reaction at that level. So let us dig into the scenarios and the summary. Upon open, again, I was looking to see if we could get acceptance above the overnight low at 37.91. If we can't get acceptance above a previous overnight low or the most recent overnight low, that's bearish. Just generally speaking, if we can't get above the lows, not a good sign for the bulls. So If we could hold above that level, I was going to be looking for a move back up to profile levels from earlier in the week. And if we could not hold above that level on open, then I was going to be looking for shorts down to the January 19th naked point of control at 37.83 and lower, depending on reaction. So you guys can see here in the summary, once again, line in the sand level was at 37.91, and the first and only upside target that we got hit was an area of interest, multiple profile levels lining up here from several sessions dating back to the second week of January. So you can see right here, we've got the overnight volume point of control and point of control from the 12th session. We've got value area highs, we've got more volume point of controls and regular overnight point of controls, value area lows, initial balance lows, session highs, etc. So when I see a bunch of profile levels line up, that is an area that I am certainly interested in to look for, either to use as a target or to take trade opportunity off of. In this case, I was using as an upside target. So let's dig into the downside targets here. So first and foremost, first downside target was 37.88. 37.88 was the regular trading hours low from the January 25th session. You can see if I zoom in here, that is this level right here. That coincided very closely with the overnight low. A second downside target was 37.8350. 37.8350 was, again, this area of interest where we had the naked point of control. I was looking at this right here. We also had these levels, 83.50, which is the value area low from January 12th, 82.75, range low from the January 13th session. So a lot of interest in that area. That was my second downside target. Third downside target was 37.75. 37.75 was actually a weekly profile area that I was looking at. So you can see, let me get rid of these drawings real quick. You can see right here, we have 37.76 as a level from weekly profile. We have 37.76 as the current weekly value area low. And we have also on the session profile, we've got a few levels here, 37.77, 37.78, 37.74, around the range low, value area low from the January 19th session. So again, multiple profiles lining up gives me lots of confluence and gives me an indication that there's a lot of interest there, a lot of big players, and likely a lot of orders sitting there to fill my take profits, if you will. So the fourth downside target was 37.7225. 37.7225 was actually the low from the, I believe this was the 19th session. Yep. So this one right here, that was my fourth downside target. Very, very close to previous one. But, we like to make sure that we're taking little bits of profit along the way. We don't want to get into a trade and then try to hold for a target that is 2 points away from our current level and price reverses. We want to make sure that we're paying ourselves, essentially. It's very important to not get caught up in a trade idea, get sucked into the idea of price going to one specific level and not taking profit along the way. It feels really terrible to get into a trade, watch it work in your favor, and then get within, a couple ticks, even a couple points of your target, and then reverse. It's pretty painful. So that's why I have, if you guys are wondering, that's why I have my targets a lot of times fairly close to each other, because I'm peeling off, as I like to say. I'm taking bits and pieces of profit off as I'm getting in out of trades. Sometimes I'm holding a longer position. Sometimes I'm getting in and I'm scalping around and taking a trending move, taking a bunch of trades within a trending move, so I'm not getting caught up in price breathing and not necessarily going in my direction the entire time. So with that said, the final target was the 65, 25, 65, 50 level that we got right here. And we ended up going significantly below that. But, if we got essentially around 25, 30 points from our line in the sand. And again, even just scalping around using this as the line in the sand, saying, okay, we can't hold above 37.91. That means that the bears are likely in control today. So let me look for short opportunity. Let me look for quick short scalps. Doesn't have to be a monster trending trade. It can be, but that takes time. It's especially in the beginning stages of trading, it's much more comforting, again, to take profit quickly, to make sure that you're securing that equity and moving on to your next setup. So with that said, that was today. We had a huge range for ES, 100-point range, and I think we had like a 500-point range on NQ. Absolutely massive. So there was incredible opportunity if you were able to, keep your cool, make sure that if you got into a trade that wasn't too great or wasn't as advantageous as you would have liked, that you're cutting it quickly and you're not getting married to an idea, because today is a day where it's just destroying people. who cannot cut their losses, that cannot say, hey, I'm not right on this trade idea, but I got a lot more trades in front of me, so let me cut this one and move on to the next one and live to trade another trade, as we say. So with that said, I will not take any more of you guys' time up this evening. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch these videos. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you do enjoy this content. It really does make a difference. And if you guys are interested in learning more about the Trading Network, please check out the links in the description below, where you can first and foremost find these trade plans in our free Facebook group released every morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find the tradingnetwork.io in the link below, where you can get information on one-on-one mentorship with me. You can get information on the Trading Network proprietary indicator package, joining our private Discord, where you can watch me and the Trading Network team trade live every day, Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. And last but not least, you can get access to the Fundamentals of Futures Trading course, which is our comprehensive course on trading futures designed for beginners, intermediates, and even advanced traders to give you guys a clear and concise strategy for both a trending and ranging market environment. Thank you guys again for taking the time to watch these videos, and I will see you in the next one.